G'day guys, how you going? We're going to do another short video, and what I want to talk about today is not my hair, because it's now black and it was grey the other day, so we'll get that over and done with. Me and the daughter had a bit of a play in the bathroom this morning, hence why I now look about 38 instead of 49 like I really am. So we've got that over and done with, and you can say, what the heck's he done? That's what I've done. But now, back to the video. What we want to do is, I want to talk about the KTM 690 today. I haven't had a huge opportunity to sort of run through some of the items on this bike. I bought this very late last year in November. I got a little bit of riding in, but unfortunately I had a bit of an accident and broken collarbone, and I was out for the count for at least 2 to 3 months. So we've got a little bit of riding in, but unfortunately with this COVID-19 stuff going on, we're all restricted from going out and doing all the social things that we like. So what I wanted to do today, I'm not doing any cooking. I don't believe in this segment, but it could change, you know me. Just want to go over the bike a little bit really. I paid $11,250 from Bolton's in Kyneton, Victoria. It was one of their demo bikes, so I only had about 4,000 Ks on it, I think, but pretty much like new when I got it, until I came off and I scratched it up a bit. Seem to do that to all my bikes that I buy new. Now, the tank bag, that didn't come with it. These side bags didn't come with it. The rails or the back bag, it was fairly stock. All that came with was the shield at the front, the bark busters, and it had a B&B pack rack on the back, so I got a little bit with it there. But anyway, Christmas present, dry rider bag. I think that was about 140, I could be wrong. It was a present, so I don't really know. Wild Heart bags. Now, you can get really top-notch bags and you can pay $500,000, $600,000. I was really wrapped. I went on to the Amazon website and I managed to pick these babies up for $148, so say $150, and they're great. They're waterproof. They've got the Velcro on them to keep them dry when it's raining and dust out and all that sort of stuff. They overlap over the seat. They've got buckles on the back, which worked out really good because I got the B&B pannier racks offline. Again, what did I pay there? I think I paid about $420, so that was a bit of a kick to the old hip. But I'm nearly there. The old tank bag, it was about 55 bucks from Aldi, so I might change him yet, because when I had my accident I broke some lugs off and it doesn't sit on the tank as good as I would like. But what today's segment is about is just giving you a run why I've got these bags on, what I keep in them, why I keep it in there, and just go through some of the stuff that if you go on an adventure ride, you can pretty much have everything on your bike, go off into the sunset, have fun, and you can be fully self-sufficient with everything on your bike. So what we'll do is, I'll come around here. Now, I can always better this. Like I said, I haven't done too much riding or adventures yet because of my accident and the restrictions that are on us all now. So I've just kind of been playing with what I think I need. So that's what today's segment's going to be about, just giving you an idea what I've come up with. I've seen plenty of stuff on YouTube, what other guys are doing. Big special thanks to Mark Victor, Biker Bits. He's the one that got me sort of back into all this stuff and thinking about these sorts of arrangements and how you can fit out your bike. So thanks buddy, and I look forward to having a ride with you soon. And if you haven't seen Biker Bits, look him up, it's bloody excellent. So what we'll do is we'll open him up. This is what I call the kitchen bag. So I'll get you to just go back a bit and I'll come at you, and I want to lay everything down there. So what have we got in here? They say. So what we got there, there's a couple of pots and pans. I've probably got too much in here, but I do like, well that was bloody stupid. Back you come. Yeah. Got that. Everyone needs a cup, a bowl. We'll do it a bit quieter this time, shall we? Jesus, that made some noise. What else have we got? Now, I do keep this in here because it sort of sits as a solid base at the bottom of the bag, so it's really good because it sits flat on top of the B&B rack, and I don't know if I'm going to need it, but it's really lightweight. So I shove it in there. I'm going to show you a little burner in a minute, but it's just a little cast non-stick plate. But I thought sometimes when you're cooking, and I'll show you the little burner in a minute, you've got so much on the go, you need that extra thing to cook your steak or your onions or whatever. So if you had an open fire, or like the Oz Pigs on, you just whack that on some coals and you cook your steak, your sausages, burgers, whatever. So that's that part of it. We'll put that over there. Now, this is a little shower bag from Big W, 10 bucks. Rightio. Bottle of vegetable oil, just from a little bottle that I pinched from one of the kids' lunch boxes that they don't use anymore. Snap lock bag, just in case that unscrews and decides it wants to leak everywhere. I've got a backup so my utensils don't get all oily. Now, you've probably seen these before. That's just a little butane burner. It clicks onto there like so. You screw it on really tight so it doesn't leak. I'm not going to get it to work or anything because you've all seen them before. And on goes a butane burner can. You flick that around like that, the little legs come open, and then you can cook on that however you decide you want to do it. So there you go, you got that. If you want a little bit extra sturdiness, plus you want to distribute the heat a bit more, Biker Bits, there you go Mark, there's the product, I'll give it a plug. Get on the Biker Bits and he'll be able to sell you that, I think for about 10 bucks or something. On you go, that spreads the heat a little bit, also gives you a little bit more sturdiness when you're cooking, whatnot, boom boom. Okay, everybody needs a spatula because they want bacon and eggs in the morning. Bought that from Coles, about 4 bucks. Just chop the handle off a bit. Away you go. A little butane lighter. I've used that to melt cheese and melt bits and pieces. But also you can start fires with it. Good little tool to have. About 10 bucks, super cheap auto. Now, always need a pair of tongs. A little grater. I might want to make a salad or grate some spuds, I don't know, but it's small enough to fit in the kit. Peeler, you always need a peeler. A nice little sharp knife. That one is very sharp. Now, a lot of people are using plastic forks and knives and the Bakelite type ones. I just don't like them. I just find the forks don't pick up the food properly, especially when you've got something like steak and things like that. So I'm a man of wanting the proper utensils. It's hard enough when you're out there cooking a meal. You want to have some luxuries or easy to prepare your food. And that's pretty much empty now. That's all my cooking utensils. But what I usually do is keep a couple of sachets of coffee, sometimes tea, little Vegemite things if you're cooking up a bit of toast, and that all goes in that bag. There is a couple of butane burners in the side panniers. You don't really need the pan over there. I'll show you when we open it up. And again, Biker Bits Australia, get on to Mark Victor over there. I bought this from him. Great little tool. Once you've done your cooking, you need some dishwashing detergent. you get this little chucked cloth and the abrasive one. And basically heat up some water with your pot, get a little bit out of the creek if you're near some, and boom, 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 boom. You get to wash your dishes, and at the end of it all, you get to fold it up pretty small, put it back in, and you're done. So that's the kitchen, that's the cook. So what I usually do, I don't think I've got it over there actually, so I won't get it, is that I usually carry a little cooler bag and put a couple of ice packs in there if I'm going for just a night ride or whatever, a couple of days. Slip in a couple of ice packs, put a frozen steak in, frozen snags, whatever. You usually can get a couple of days out of it. Bring foods that last, you know, things like hot dogs and kranskis and things like that, because they're already being cooked or smoked or whatever, and they just last that big long. So long as they're cool, they don't have to be refrigerated, and you get longevity out of them. So that's the kitchen. Let's go. Sleeping. Basically, these two bags have my sleeping equipment, and I've probably got to work on that a little bit more. So we'll open these up. What do we need to sleep? We need a mattress to sleep on. So this is like one of those Cedar Summit ones. Again, Cedar Summit, I think retail for about 300, 360. This is very similar, and I paid $50, I think. Again, of the same website as I got it from there. So, not Anaconda, what am I trying to think on? Amazon. So check out Amazon, because they have lots of stuff at a really good price. A Denali tent, 2-person, really, I wouldn't really want 2 in it, but it fits me nicely in my gear. As I said, a couple of butane canisters where you're cooking, a chair, which actually goes in there, which sort of sets up similar to this one. No worries, get us a beer, will you, Melissa? I only joke. Pillows. Got to have a pillow. Now, in that mattress, you do get a blow-up pillow, but I don't like having it hard, because it's just like, it's not good. Nobody likes an air pillow. This is pretty soft, so you put a little bit of air in that, and this is like a car pillow. You get them from Anaconda. I think it was about $16. As long as you get that support behind the neck, you generally can have a good sleep. It's not bad. So, he's empty. We'll go around to the other side. You can stay there. Let's have a look what we got. I don't even know what's in here myself. Half of it will probably come out. Now, with the mattress, as I said, they are a very thin air pocket type thing. So this is one of those self-blowing up jobs. You wouldn't sleep on this on its own. It's about that thick. I'm not going to go through it totally. You would have seen them in the camp shops. That's going to go under that, and that will give me the best night's sleep I can have when out camping on your motorbike. Good sleeping bag. Yeah, this one's 5 below, so pretty warm, this one. I haven't had any strife with it in the past. I've used that one quite a lot when I've been camping. I've got a spare set of gloves in here, dry rider pants. I won't get them out. So that's pretty much everything you need to camp. When we come over here, what's in the other bag, they say? I don't know, let's have a look. Everyone needs to wipe their bum. Tiny little first aid kit. I actually do have a bigger one that I would carry with me, allowing me to put, you know, Panadols and just some of those sorts of things that you might want. The Tommy hammer, just in case you've got to hit someone. Tiny little socket set with pretty much all your sockets that you would normally require. Doesn't hurt to have a bit of tape when you break something, because something always happens or comes loose. Just in case you need to pick your nose, not really. Pointy nose pliers. This was a good little thing from Super Cheap. It's a tiny little stubby screwdriver kit. It's got all your various fittings on there. It's pretty light. Nice small, but a nice thick handle so you can still get grip. That's worth it in there. I've got cable ties and things like that in there. General spanners, cable ties, just your general 10 mils, 12 mils, what you need. A spare link for your chain. These are those special star Allen keys. I put those in there because these KTMs, for whatever reason, don't use Allen keys. They use these star ones. So it's kind of special to this bike. Hence why I got the sockets as well, because sometimes if they slip or get worn, you can still put a socket on the end of them. So you've got two options. That is a cigarette lighter charge lead for what I'm about to show you next. And I have showed people on this, on one of my other segments, a pump. So what you've got here is, if you get a puncture out in the bush, you obviously want to be able to punch it. So there you go. And all you do is screw on the fitting that you want. Screw on the fitting that you want. Check that also does have a guide on it, but I don't know how accurate it is. Sometimes I just feel with my hands. I'm usually alright with that. Now, if you get a puncture, I do have ply levers and all that, and I usually carry a tube, but I don't have one at the moment. But as a backup plan, throw a tin of that in, maybe a couple if you're going on a real long ride. Sometimes they don't always fix it. A pen, why would you need a pen? Who knows, but you might need to write down something. A little torch, and that's basically about it. So that's my camp kit for when I go riding on the KTM 690. Hope to see you out there soon when all this mess is over and done with, and let's go adventure riding. I'll catch you later. Sorry guys, I forgot to mention, I've been doing a few videos this weekend because we've got nothing else to do, and I'm hoping to show you some stuff. But if you have enjoyed what you've seen, please give me a like. Please be free to do the comments, not about my hair, about the camp stuff, so don't be cheeky, and it'll be much appreciated. Thanks guys.